Muy buenas a todos chicos y bienvenidos a mi canal. Yo soy Doberdan y la historia que os voy a traer hoy os va a poner los pelos de punta y además os va a poner a pensar. Os va a poner a pensar cómo un peleador de MMA es diferente y sobre todo es capaz de resistir y aguantar frente a todo tipo de adversidades, porque la historia que os voy a contar a continuación parece que sea mentira, parece que sea el guión de una película de Hollywood, y es que muchas veces la realidad puede superar la ficción. Liam McCracken, con tan solo 24 años, había conseguido finalizar 5 peleas y todo esto en menos de un año. Todo el mundo estaba esperando que llegara la llamada de las grandes ligas. Sin embargo, Liam McCracken sufrió un gran accidente que cambiaría su vida para siempre. Liam McCracken salió, como siempre, a correr, como hacía habitualmente, y por desgracia, un autobús se cruzó en su camino. Los médicos dijeron que jamás volvería a andar y lejos de esto, él no se rindió, volvió no solo a andar, sino a pelear. Esta es la historia de Liam McCracken.
My name's Liam McCracken. I'm 24 years old and I'm an MMA fighter from Liverpool, England. I've been fully committed to this sport since 10 years old. My whole life has literally been MMA. So before the accident, I was a busy fighter. I was one of the busiest fighters probably in Europe as a professional. I was set to have my 5th fight in 10 months. So yeah, I was all in, looking to get to the UFC as quick as possible. And then, yeah, obviously what happened happened. I was meant to spar that morning, but a lot of my teammates had fought on the weekend, so when I come in for sparring, there was no one in to spar, so I wanted to do something extra that day. So I thought I'll do a 10k, yeah. On that 10k is where what happened happened. Halfway through my run, I was a bit of an idiot. I didn't look when crossing the road, which you should always do. I looked as I was in the middle of the road stupidly, and when I looked, literally right in front of me was a bus. I got hit by the bus, I got knocked into a curb, the bus mounted the curb, dragged me like 60 foot along the floor. I got found unresponsive at the back of the bus, and yeah, that's where this story began.
I'm Jenny Turner and rescued Liam, or helped to, from under a bus. And this is Gary, my husband.
My name's Gary Turner, and no knowledge of Liam before the fateful day when we met him at the scene of a road traffic accident. And what stuck in my mind is the bus didn't slow down at all. I could hear the horn sounding like a klaxon horn. I could see this unfolding, and I could see it was going to happen. And when it did, I did let out a yelp. We approached the bus. He was lying between the under the axle between the two rear wheels.
So lucky that he'd gone between the wheels and not been crushed.
Yeah, not been. That's, as Jen said, there was no crush injury, but there was an open wound to the back of the head, and I could see dark blood, which wasn't running. And to me, dead men don't bleed, and I was convinced Liam had done it.
Yeah, his face was a mess. His eyes, when I first looked at him, he was unconscious, but then when we got back down under the bus, because I heard him gurgling, and went back down, and he turned to look at me, and his eyes were just full of pools of blood. It looked like a horror movie. His face, his ear, all ripped and damaged, and
his eye was completely
but then he started,
in a pool of blood.
Yeah,
I thought he'd lost. I thought it was just a socket there.
I don't know
That's
what
how it looked.
he looked like something from a horror movie. But miraculously, he started to blink and his eyes cleared, and then he started to talk. I mean, you couldn't believe it. You couldn't believe it.
I was unresponsive quite a bit. The people who found me thought I was dead at first, so she was just holding my hand. Like her words were that if I was going to die, she wanted me to die with someone. So she stayed with me and held my hand, and then, yeah, like the Undertaker, I just started blinking my eyes, and eventually I come around, and all I was speaking about to them was my daughter. That was the thing that was like keeping me going. At the time, I remember telling people as well that that was the thought of my daughter was the thing keeping me awake, because I was worried that if I was gonna fall asleep or if I let myself go unconscious, that I wouldn't come back to life. Yeah, that gives me the shivers when I think about it.
We stayed with him I actually got under the bus. The bus driver, or a guy, came to the rear. He was in shock. The heat from the heat exchanger, I thought, if there's any signs of life in this poor lad, Liam, the heat is going to kill him. We did the best thing, and I'm saying to him, move the bus forward, I'll watch he's clear of it. There's no way the bus is going to come into contact with him. And then it all unfolded, as Jenny said, you know, trained medical staff turned up.
Thank God.
Yeah, quite right. Jen never let go of his hand, and I think the idea was if he's going to die here,
He'll be with, he'll be with us. Yeah, he's not going to be on his own.
My memory is very hazy. I've got no memories of being under the bus. Obviously, I suffered a bad head injury. The last thing I did remember when I was in hospital, I kept like waking up to a flash of being about to get hit, but I didn't know whether it was true or not, like, because I didn't remember how it happened. At first, I got told that like I'd just come from behind the car and the bus didn't really have time to see me, but that's not what happened. It could see me from a long time away, and the image that I kept like getting this flash of when I seen the video of what happened was everything was completely right on it. So it was like a real flashback that I kept getting of the bus being right in front of me. It kept waking me up when I was trying to go to sleep in hospital. And then obviously I found out that that image was a real image that's obviously stuck with me. But as for everything else, my memory is very vague, which is probably a good thing. For like 24, 36 hours, my memory is just gone. Everything had to go through my mum and dad because of the condition that I was in. So I wasn't involved in any of the meetings or anything like that, but they just said like I was obviously like a polytrauma patient. I'd suffered like one of the injuries that I'd suffered had put people out for a long, long time, and I'd suffered them from literally the top of my head down to my feet. There wasn't anywhere in my body that I never had a broken bone. So obviously the outlook for me wasn't looking good. The first memory, that I've got properly in hospital that like I can still remember now was I had like plastic surgery to my face, my lip, my nose, my ear. So that's the first memory that I've got, is just lying there, I couldn't move, just in the dark, getting my face stitched up by people. But I've been very lucky and very blessed with the recovery that I've made, so yeah, I'm a lucky man.
You could see he was a perfectly fit guy.
And I think that
just
saved
don't
him.
think...
I think his physical fitness, 100%, and his recovery thus 2 years on is down to the fact that he's as fit as a butcher's dog.
I lost a lot of blood. I had to get a massive, massive blood transfusion. Like 30 to 40% of the blood in my body now is from somewhere else, from someone else's blood. So like if I wasn't as fit as I was, obviously through training MMA, my heart probably would have stopped. I'd lost a lot of blood from my head and my legs. So yeah, just even the fitness level that MMA gives you it literally saved my life. So very, very lucky and very grateful for that.
After the crash, we go to the hospital. Obviously, he was in a very bad state. He's had lots of surgeries, and we were talking about whether he'd have any, what his quality of life would be like, not whether he'd be fighting again. So to be fighting again this soon and already feel the level he's at on the mat is really impressive, and just a testament to his resilience.
I was in my hospital bed and my boxing coach was there. He come to see me, and one of the first things I thought was, I said to him, if I'm not going to be able to do MMA, I reckon I'll be able to box instead. I had a bad injury to my neck, like ligament damage and disc problems in my neck, that at the time I thought was maybe going to stop me grappling, because I thought obviously MMA is a lot tougher on the body. I mean, I think boxing's a lot tougher on your head, but grappling, things like that, it's hard with injuries and things like that. So I just thought, if I'm not going to be able to do MMA, I'll at least be able to do boxing. Just wishful thinking at the time, but I've actually been able to get back doing what I wanted to do, so I'm very happy with that.
Stomach first, a lot of surgery. Everything's going well so far. I just want to say nice one to everyone for your support. Obviously it means everything, but got TKO'd by the bus, but I'll be back. Nice one everyone, thank you.
As soon as I got out of the hospital, I come to the gym in my wheelchair. I've got videos of me sat at the end of my mat in my wheelchair watching everyone else, and then even a few weeks after that, I was still in a full neck brace and back brace and a leg brace, literally just in a full brace head to toe. And there's videos of me hitting pads where I can hardly even move. But again, that was stupid at the time looking back, but that was like me proving to myself, like, fuck, I can still do this, I've still got it. And then I'd go home and be in agony all day and wouldn't be able to move out of bed. But again, those little moments are the things that were keeping me going and showing to myself that I can still do it and wanting to do more than what I got told I was capable of doing. I honestly think if I didn't push myself so much with things like physio, even just trying to get up and move and walk around, I don't think I ever would have got it back like I have now. So I feel like the best thing you can do is keep on moving, keep pushing, stay busy, stay active. When as soon as you stop, you're just dying then, aren't you? What? Yeah, you can be in it, look. Say hello to everyone. My first motivation was to be able to hold my daughter again. She was only 1 at the time, and that was my biggest thing. Obviously at the time, when I was first in hospital, I was stuck. The only movements I could do was just up and down with my arms. I had to get fed. I was getting bathed by other people, getting bed baths for a good few months after it, which obviously, as a man, it strips you of your dignity, but that was all stuff I had to do. I cried many, many times. I will never go through pain like that again in my life, ever. Of when they had to move me, change me bed sheets, obviously I was literally broken head to toe, and they'd have to roll me onto my side to change them, and obviously I wouldn't cry when people were doing it, but as soon as people would leave, I'd sit there crying. Just honestly, like, I'll never ever be able to explain to anyone the pain that was like. But just remember at that time, just wanting to be able to hold my daughter again, because she didn't want to go near me at the time. So that was like my first little goal, was to be able to carry her. And I've still got the picture now of the first time I did.
No one else can get you back to 100% after a crash like that. It's a lot of mental. I know the body took a beating, but it was the mind that I think was most important. And if we could get his mind right and we could get him enjoying his training and believing in himself, then I think the body was going to follow. So that's all credit to Liam on being back so soon and so well.
When it first happened, it was easy to stay motivated because I was still like Liam McCracken, the fighter. I would literally just been in fight camp preparing for the fight. But the fear that removed I got from it a few weeks later, a few months later, I felt like I just lost my identity a little bit. So that was when it started to really kick in. I went fat, I went lazy. So it was hard to try and pick myself up from that. And obviously it took 2 years, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you've been living that, it feels like forever. I'm not stupid, I know you don't get run over by a bus and not come away with some physical problems, but many people in this game have got physical problems anyway, just through fighting. It would have been a lot easier for me to just call it a day, but I've not, and I feel like that's going to give me the edge on a lot of people mentally. I'm not going to act like I'm bulletproof and that I never had doubts like that. There was times where I'd given up, and I sort of give up on it for a period of time, but I've obviously got a fighter in me, and that's who I am, and that's why I'm back doing it now. Fear, obviously, since what happened, I've got a fear of dying. I've become a lot more worried that obviously, like, you know, and I know now it can happen at any point. You think it's something that'll never come to you, but I've been that close to it and just about missed it. But I think that fear of knowing that you're going to die is also one of the things that make life so special. So that's why I like to make the most of all the opportunities that I've got. So in a way, that fear is obviously a good thing as well, and I think it can make your life a lot better. The lessons you get from something like that, you can't learn through anything else. You've got to go through something like that. It's made me a lot wiser, a lot more grateful. Every single day I wake up and I've got my family there, and I can walk, I can move. I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, it's definitely given me a new outlook on life. I'm lucky to be alive, never mind in a position where I can go and fight again. So the fact that, like, obviously God's given me this chance to still be able-bodied, I'm gonna run with it and take it all away. I'd love to fight in Spain. I like Spain, it's a nice place. I've been on lots of holidays to Spain when I was a kid, I like it there. And obviously I've seen how big MMA is getting over there. The best fighter in the world right now is obviously coming out of Spain. So it's growing, it's a massive market, and yeah, I want to get my name out there in Europe. So I think Spain's obviously, because it's on the rise so much, one of the best places to do it. and WOW's obviously the best show to do it with. I'm looking forward to showing the Spanish fans what I'm about. I'm promised to put on an exciting fight, and you're going to see a standout fighter, someone who's good at what they do and is fighting to finish people and put people away. That's what I'm going to do. Next objectives is to get to the UFC within the next 12 months, knock out whoever they put in front of me until they've got no choice but to give me my shot. Because I know I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it skill-wise for a long time, but like I said, now I'm coming back ready for it up there where it counts. So yeah, give me 12 months. December 13th in Madrid, you can expect me to come and finish whoever they put in front of me. It's going to be an exciting fight, I promise that. Like I said before, I'm not going to come in there and try and edge out a victory. I'm going to be there to hurt whoever it is they put in front of me. So yeah, expect the finish, and I'll see you there. See you in WOW.